Be me. 26 years old, work at support at a mid-size insurance company. Live alone in a studio apartment. Spend most of my free time gaming and browsing forums. Normal life, boring job, nothing exciting ever happens. One day, I'm fixing a computer for some executive on the third floor. His office has like 6 monitors displaying stock data and news feeds. While I'm under his desk rewiring everything, I overhear his phone conversation. Yeah, the numbers are ready for the quarterly manipulation. We'll release them Thursday morning to tank the small competitors. I freeze. This sounds illegal. SEC won't notice. We've been doing this for years. Same playbook. Holy shit. I just stumbled onto corporate fraud. Finish fixing his computer quickly, get out of there. Spend the rest of the day paranoid, wondering if I should report what I heard. But who do I report it to? The company? They're obviously in on it. That night I'm on Reddit posting about it in some finance subreddit. Guys, I think my company's doing securities fraud. What do I do? Get a bunch of responses telling me to document everything and contact the SEC. One user, let's call him Deep State 420, sends me a DM. Bro, if you witnessed corporate fraud, you're in danger. They have eyes everywhere. I laugh it off initially. Seems dramatic. I'm serious, man. These corporations have connections to government agencies. They'll silence you if you're not careful. Okay, this guy is clearly a conspiracy theorist. But then he sends me a bunch of links to articles about corporate whistleblowers who mysteriously died or disappeared. I start reading them. Most are from sketchy websites with terrible design. But some of the stories are from legitimate news sources. Whistleblower found dead in apparent suicide despite no history of depression. Another one disappeared after testifying. Never found. I'm getting freaked out now. Maybe Deep State 420 has a point. Maybe I am in danger. I start documenting everything. Writing down what I heard, dates, times. A few days later, I'm called into HR. We've received reports that you've been discussing confidential company information online. My blood runs cold. I don't know what you're talking about. We monitor all company devices and networks. We saw your Reddit posts. Shit, I posted from my work computer during lunch. That was just a hypothetical question. I wasn't talking about this company. HR lady doesn't look convinced. We're going to need you to sign an NDA reinforcing your confidentiality agreement. She slides a document across the desk. I read it. It's basically saying I'll be sued into oblivion if I discuss anything about the company. What if I don't sign? Then we'll have to terminate your employment and pursue legal action for breach of your existing contract. I'm trapped. I sign the document. Leave HR feeling like I just made a deal with the devil. That night, Deep State 420 messages me again. Did they threaten you yet? How did you know? Because this is how it always starts. First they threaten, then they monitor, then if you don't comply, they eliminate. Eliminate? You mean like kill me? I've seen it happen dozens of times. Corporate assassinations disguised as accidents. This is insane, right? But then again, they knew about my Reddit posts. They're clearly watching me. I start getting paranoid, checking my apartment for cameras or bugs. Cover my laptop webcam with tape. Start using a VPN for all my internet activity. Deep State 420 introduces me to a forum called The Awakened Ones, where people discuss corporate and government conspiracies. I make an account, start reading threads. Some of it is clearly crazy, like lizard people controlling the government. But other stuff seems plausible. Corporate lobbying, media manipulation, surveillance. I make a post about my situation without identifying details. Immediately get dozens of responses. You need to go underground, delete all social media, use burner phones. Document everything and store it in multiple secure locations. Trust no one, not even family, they could be compromised. I'm reading this stuff at 2 a.m., getting more paranoid by the minute. Start noticing things at work, people looking at me weird, conversations stopping when I enter rooms. Is it real or am I just paranoid? One day I'm in the break room and overhear 2 coworkers talking. Yeah, I heard he's been acting strange, posting conspiracy theories online. They're talking about me. HR flagged him as a potential risk. They're monitoring his activity. I quietly leave before they notice me. So, it's true, I'm being monitored. I go to Deep State 420 with this information. You need to leave that job immediately. They're building a case against you. But I need the money. I have rent and bills. Money won't matter if you're dead. Get out while you still can. This is getting too real. I start applying to other jobs frantically. Meanwhile, the Awakened Ones forum is consuming my life. I'm spending hours every night reading about various conspiracies. Chemtrails, fluoride in water, pharmaceutical companies suppressing cures. Some of it seems ridiculous, but some makes sense in a weird way. I start questioning everything. Is my food being poisoned? Is my water safe? Are the news reports real or fabricated? My mom calls me one day. Honey, are you okay? You sound stressed. I'm fine, Mom. Just work stuff. Your cousin said she saw your Facebook posts about government surveillance. She's worried about you. Damn it. I forgot I posted something on Facebook. It's nothing, just sharing interesting articles. These articles are from websites called Truth Seekers and the real news they don't want you to know. That's not normal. Maybe normal news isn't telling us the truth, Mom. She's quiet for a moment. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating properly? I'm fine. I just have my eyes open, unlike everyone else who's blind to what's happening. I hang up, immediately feel bad for snapping at her. But she doesn't understand. None of them do. I get a job offer from another company, smaller IT firm across town. Give my 2 weeks notice at the insurance company. My manager looks relieved. That's probably for the best. We were concerned about your performance lately. I want to tell him I know about the fraud, that I could report them all, but the NDA and fear of retaliation keep me quiet. Last 2 weeks are tense. I keep my head down. Don't talk to anyone. On my final day, I'm packing my desk when the executive whose computer I fixed approaches me. Hey, I heard you're leaving. Good luck with your future endeavors. He's smiling, but his eyes are cold. Thanks. Just a friendly reminder that your NDA is permanent. Violations can result in serious consequences. Is that a threat? I leave that building feeling like I barely escaped with my life. Start new job. It's fine. Smaller company. Less corporate evil vibes. But I'm still deep into the Awakened Ones forum. Deep State 420 has become like my mentor in conspiracy theories. He teaches me about crisis actors, false flag operations, predictive programming, and media. I start seeing patterns everywhere. Movie comes out about a pandemic. 2 years later, there's a real pandemic. Coincidence? I think not. News report about a shooting. Victims' families don't seem sad enough. Must be actors. Everything becomes evidence of some grand conspiracy. My new coworkers notice I'm weird. I overhear them talking. He's always talking about the government and corporations like they're out to get him. Yeah, someone said he thinks the water fountains here are poisoned. I did say that, because who knows what chemicals they're putting in the water. I stop using the water fountains, bring my own filtered water from home. Also stop eating in the cafeteria. Who knows what they're putting in the food. My diet becomes exclusively packaged foods I buy from small local stores. Because big chain grocery stores are part of the system. I lose weight, not sleeping well, constantly anxious. But I'm awake. I see the truth that others are blind to. My apartment becomes covered in papers and printouts, red strings connecting different events and people on my wall, like a crazy detective. I know how it looks, but there are genuine connections here. My mom visits unannounced one weekend. She takes one look at my apartment and starts crying. What happened to you? This isn't normal. I'm fine, Mom. I'm just researching. Researching what? This looks like a serial killer's apartment. She's pointing at my wall of evidence. I'm connecting the dots that mainstream media refuses to connect. You need help. This is not healthy. I don't need help. I need people to wake up and see what's really happening. We argue for an hour. She's begging me to see a therapist. Therapists are part of the psychiatric industrial complex. They'll just drug me into compliance. Listen to yourself. You sound paranoid. It's not paranoia if they're actually out to get you. She leaves in tears. I feel bad, but she doesn't understand. A few weeks later, my boss calls me into his office. We've received complaints from other employees that you're making them uncomfortable. How? Apparently, you've been telling people their phones are spying on them and that the government is reading their texts. That's true, though. Edward Snowden proved that. Whether it's true or not, it's creating a hostile work environment. You need to stop. I agree to stop, but I'm just going to be more subtle about it. During lunch, I'm browsing the Awakened Ones forum on my phone. New thread. Major false flag event planned for next month. Be prepared. The post claims that a major terrorist attack is being planned by the government to justify new surveillance laws. Lists evidence, like suspicious government purchases and unusual military movements. I'm invested, screenshot everything, start my own research, spend the entire weekend compiling information, create a 50-page document detailing the supposed plot, post it on the Awakened Ones, get hundreds of upvotes and supportive comments. This is exactly what we've been warning about. Everyone needs to read this and prepare. Deep State 20 messages me privately. Great work exposing this, but you need to be careful. You're making yourself a target. I don't care. People need to know the truth. Brave words, but the people who run things don't like truth tellers. Next month comes, no terrorist attack happens. I post on the forum. The fact that nothing happened proves they knew we were onto them and canceled their plans. Everyone agrees we successfully stopped a false flag by exposing it. This confirms my belief that we're making a difference. My family stages an intervention. Mom, Dad, my sister, and my aunt all show up at my apartment. We're worried about you. You've changed. You're not yourself anymore. I'm more myself than I've ever been. I'm awake now. My dad tries to be diplomatic. Son, we're not saying conspiracies don't exist, but you're taking this too far. Too far? There are people suffering because of these conspiracies and nobody's doing anything, my sister chimes in. You've alienated all your friends. You barely talk to family. You're destroying your life over internet theories. They're not theories. They're facts that are being suppressed. My aunt, who's a nurse, tries a different approach. Honey, this level of paranoia and anxiety isn't normal. Please let me set you up with a psychiatrist. So you can pump me full of drugs and make me compliant? No thanks. That's not what medication does. It helps regulate brain chemistry. My brain chemistry is fine. It's society that's sick. They try for 2 hours to convince me to get help. I refuse, ask them to leave. My mom is crying again. Dad looks disappointed. If you won't get help, we can't keep enabling this. You're on your own until you're ready to face reality. I am facing reality. You're the ones living in denial. They leave. I'm alone again. Good. I don't need people who refuse to see the truth. Double down on my forum activity, posting multiple times a day. Start my own blog called The Unveiled Truth, documenting various conspiracies. Gets a small following, mostly other forum members. I feel like I'm finally doing something meaningful with my life. Work performance suffers. I'm constantly tired from staying up late researching. Get called into HR again. Your productivity has dropped significantly, and you've been late multiple times. I've been dealing with some personal issues. We're putting you on a performance improvement plan. You have 60 days to show improvement, or we'll have to let you go. I signed the paperwork knowing I probably won't last 60 days. Don't even care anymore. The job is just a distraction from my real work. Start spending work hours on conspiracy research when I should be doing my job. Inevitable happens. Get fired after 30 days. This isn't working out. We're terminating your employment effective immediately. Fine. I'll collect unemployment and focus full-time on exposing the truth. My savings run out quickly. Unemployment barely covers rent. Apartment gets messier. I'm eating ramen and canned food exclusively. But I'm productive, posting dozens of articles and threads daily. Deep State 420 messages me. Hey man, you okay? Your posts are getting increasingly erratic. I'm fine, just tired of people not listening. Maybe take a break, go outside, talk to real people? Real people are sheep. I'd rather stay here where people actually think. Even my conspiracy mentor is worried about me. Months pass, I'm behind on rent, landlord is threatening eviction. Apply for jobs, but my gap in employment and weird behavior at the last job make me unemployable. Start a GoFundMe, asking for donations to support my truth-telling work. Raises $200, mostly from forum members. It's not enough. Eviction notice arrives. I have 30 days to move out. Make a post on the Awakened Ones explaining my situation. The system is trying to silence me by making me homeless. This is how they operate. Get sympathy and outrage, but no actual financial help. Deep State 420 offers to let me stay with him if I can get to Nevada. I'm in Illinois, can't afford the trip. End up moving back in with my parents. The ultimate defeat. My mom cries when she sees how thin and unhealthy I look, and please get help. This has gone too far. I'll get help when the people destroying our country get held accountable. Dad sets ground rules. You can stay here, but you need to see a therapist, get a job, and stop with the conspiracy stuff. I'm not giving up the truth just to make you comfortable. Then you're not staying here. Those are the conditions. I'm stuck, homeless, or compromise my principles. Reluctantly agree to see a therapist. First session is awkward. Therapist is a middle-aged woman named Dr. Peterson. So tell me what brings you here today. My parents think I'm crazy because I question the official narratives. What narratives are you questioning? I launch into a 20-minute explanation of various conspiracies. She listens patiently, taking notes. It sounds like you're experiencing a lot of anxiety and paranoia. It's not paranoia, these are documented facts. I'm not saying the things you're concerned about aren't real issues, but your response to them seems to be affecting your quality of life. She has a point, but I don't want to admit it. How much time are you spending on these topics daily? I don't know, maybe 12 to 14 hours? And when did you last spend time with friends or family doing something enjoyable? I can't remember, months maybe? Have you been sleeping well? Eating regularly? No to both. What I'm seeing is someone who's so consumed by anxiety about external threats that they've neglected their own well-being, because there are real threats out there. Perhaps, but you can't fight external threats if you're not taking care of yourself internally. Sessions continue weekly, part of my deal with my parents. Dr. Peterson never directly challenges my beliefs, instead focuses on my behavior and mental health. Let's say everything you believe is true. Would spending 14 hours a day reading about it and making yourself sick help stop it? Someone has to spread awareness. But at what cost to yourself? You've lost your job, your apartment, your relationships. Is that sustainable? Slowly, very slowly, she's making me question my approach, if not my beliefs. She suggests I try spending just one day not looking at conspiracy content. Just 24 hours, see how you feel. I agree reluctantly. First day is torture. I keep reaching for my phone to check the awakened ones, but I resist. Instead, I help my mom with yard work. We don't talk about conspiracies, just normal stuff, weather, neighbors, family gossip. It's actually kind of nice. Evening comes, I've made it almost 24 hours. I feel less anxious, my head feels clearer. Maybe Dr. Peterson is onto something. Next therapy session, I tell her about my experiment. How did it feel to take a break? Good, actually, but also like I was ignoring important information. What if the information will still be there tomorrow? What if taking care of yourself makes you more effective, not less? This is a different way of thinking about it. We make a plan. I'll limit conspiracy content to 2 hours a day, spend the rest of time on job hunting and self-care. It's hard, really hard, like breaking an addiction. Because that's what it is. I'm addicted to the anxiety and validation I get from the forum. Deep State 420 notices I'm posting less. You going soft on us? Don't let them brainwash you with therapy. I'm just taking care of some personal stuff. I'll be back. But I'm not sure I will be. The more distance I get from the forum, the more insane it all seems. Spend a month doing intensive therapy. My parents are supportive. Get a job at a call center. It's soul-crushing, but it pays. Start eating better, sleeping on a regular schedule. My wall of conspiracy evidence gets taken down, replaced with normal posters. I still check the awakened ones occasionally, but don't post. Reading the threads with fresh eyes, so much of it is just speculation and fear-mongering. One thread claims a celebrity is definitely a clone because their earlobes look different in 2 photos. Another insists that a new movie is conditioning us for alien invasion. Did I really believe this stuff? Was I that far gone? 3 months into recovery, I'm at a coffee shop when I see my old coworker from the insurance company. The one who was talking about me in the break room. I want to hide, but she's already seen me. Hey, how have you been? I've been better. Working through some stuff? I heard you had a rough patch. I'm sorry about that. We chat awkwardly. She's nice, despite my weird behavior at the old job. For what it's worth, we all go through difficult times. Don't be too hard on yourself. I thank her and leave, feeling a mix of shame and gratitude. That night, I log into the Awakened Ones one last time. Make a final post. I need to step away from this community for my mental health. I appreciate everything I've learned here, but I need to focus on rebuilding my life. Responses are mixed. Some are supportive. Take care of yourself. We'll be here if you need us. Others are hostile. Another one gives up and goes back to sleep. Disappointing. Deep State 20 messages me privately. I understand, man. This lifestyle isn't for everyone. Good luck out there. Thanks. And hey, maybe take care of yourself too? I'm fine. I have purpose. I log out and delete my account. Delete my blog, my Twitter account full of conspiracy tweets, all of it. Fresh start. Therapy continues. I'm diagnosed with anxiety disorder and mild depression. Apparently spending years in constant fear of shadowy organizations will do that to you. Get prescribed medication. I was afraid it would change my personality. It doesn't. It just makes the constant anxiety manageable. My parents are relieved to see me improving. We're proud of you for getting help. That takes real strength. My sister visits. We have lunch. It's not awkward. I'm sorry I said you were destroying your life. I was just worried. You were right, though. I was destroying my life. But you're fixing it now. That's what matters. 6 months into recovery, I move into a new apartment. Small, but it's mine. No wall of conspiracy evidence, just normal decorations. Get promoted at the call center. Still soul-crushing, but I'm doing well. Make a few friends at work. We get drinks sometimes, talk about normal things. Sports, TV shows, dating, no conspiracies. It's refreshing to just be normal for once. 1 year later, I'm in therapy talking about my progress. How do you feel about where you are now versus a year ago? Night and day difference. I actually have a life now. Do you still think about conspiracies? Sometimes, but I can recognize when I'm spiraling and pull back. That's excellent self-awareness. We're winding down our sessions. I don't need weekly therapy anymore. What did you learn from this experience? I think about it. That finding purpose in community and fear and anger is a trap. Real purpose comes from building connections and taking care of yourself. That's profound. I think you're going to be okay. Leave therapy feeling accomplished. My life isn't perfect. I'm still working a mediocre job, still single, still rebuilding relationships. But I'm not consumed by paranoia and anxiety anymore. I can watch the news without assuming everything is a lie or a conspiracy. Can have conversations without trying to red pill everyone. Can sleep at night without worrying about corporate assassins. Occasionally I wonder about the executive at my old job and the fraud I overheard. Was it real? Maybe. But reporting it consumed my life in unhealthy ways. Some fights aren't worth sacrificing your mental health over. Got a text from my mom. Dinner Sunday? We're having your favorite. I'll be there. Sunday comes, the whole family is there. My aunt asks about work, my dad asks about dating, normal family stuff. Nobody mentions the conspiracy phase, it's in the past. After dinner, my mom pulls me aside. I'm so glad you're doing better. You really scared us for a while there. I scared myself too, honestly. What made you finally accept help? I think hitting rock bottom, losing everything, that made me realize I couldn't keep going like that. She hugs me. Well, I'm just happy you're here and you're healthy. Driving home that night, I passed the building where my old insurance job was. Wonder briefly if they're still doing fraud, if anyone ever caught them. Then I let it go, not my problem anymore. My life is about moving forward, not obsessing over things I can't control. Get home, watch a movie, text some friends about hanging out next weekend. Normal, boring, healthy activities. Before bed, I see a trending hashtag about some new conspiracy theory. Feel a slight pull to click and read about it. Instead, I close the app and plug in my phone to charge. Some rabbit holes aren't worth going down. My face when I spent 2 years destroying my life over conspiracy theories because I overheard one conversation about possible corporate fraud and let paranoia consume me until I lost everything and had to rebuild from scratch. Be me. 31 years old, real name is Marcus Chen, but online everyone knows me as Deep State 420. I live in a trailer park outside of Reno, Nevada, surviving on disability checks and occasional freelance web design work. Spend most of my time moderating the Awakened Ones forum. It's basically my entire life. I've been into conspiracy theories since I was 19, started with 9/11 Truth Movement. Back then I was a college student studying computer science, had a normal life, normal friends. Then I watched a documentary about Building 7 and everything changed. Dropped out of college to pursue truth-seeking full-time. My parents were devastated. You're throwing away your future for internet nonsense. But they didn't understand. I had found my calling. Spent years researching, connecting dots, building a following online. Now I'm one of the most respected members of the conspiracy community. People look up to me for guidance. I have a small YouTube channel with 15K subscribers, make about $300 a month from ad revenue. It's not much, but combined with disability, it keeps me afloat. My trailer is filled with documents, books, 3 computer monitors, recording equipment for my podcast. I don't leave the house much. Everything I need is online anyway. My only real friend is my neighbor Dave. He's 67 and brings me groceries sometimes. You need to get out more, son. This isn't healthy. I'm doing important work, Dave. Someone has to expose the truth. He shakes his head but doesn't argue. We've had this conversation 100 times. One day I'm browsing Reddit, looking for potential recruits for the forum, when I see a post in a finance subreddit. Some guy talking about witnessing corporate fraud at his job, asking what to do. This is perfect. Someone on the verge of awakening. I send him a DM, explain that he's in danger if he witnessed fraud. He's skeptical at first, I can tell, but I send him links to articles about whistleblowers. He starts asking questions. I can feel him getting hooked. His username is something generic, but he tells me his name is Anon, works at an insurance company. I invite him to the Awakened Ones. He makes an account within hours. Score, another person saved from the Matrix. Over the next few weeks, I'm mentoring him, teaching him about how corporations and governments work together. He's a fast learner, asking good questions, doing his own research. This is insane. How did I not see this before? Most people never wake up. You're one of the lucky ones. He tells me his company is monitoring him. HR called him in about his posts. See? I told you they have eyes everywhere. This is just the beginning. I warn him about corporate assassinations. Maybe I'm being a bit dramatic, but better safe than sorry. He's getting paranoid, exactly what he needs to be. Paranoia keeps you alive in this game. Anon becomes one of my most active students. We message daily. He's posting quality content on the forum. Other members are impressed. Deep State, this new guy you brought in is good. Where'd you find him? Just spotted him in the wild, knew he had potential. I'm proud. Like a teacher watching a student excel. Few months pass. Anon is deep into it now. He's posting about crisis actors, false flags, pharmaceutical conspiracies. Sometimes I wonder if he's going too far too fast, but then I remember my own journey. You can't half-ass awakening. You're either in or out. He tells me he quit his job at the insurance company. I'm excited for him. You're free from the corporate machine now. You can focus on truth full time. I'm scared though. What if I can't find another job? Fear is how they control you. Trust the process. He gets another job, seems less evil than the last one. Good for him. But I notice his posts getting more intense, more frantic. He's posting at all hours, sometimes barely coherent rants about patterns he's seeing. Bro, you okay? Your posts are getting increasingly erratic. I'm fine, just tired of people not listening. I suggest he take a break, get some air. Real people are sheep. I'd rather stay here where people actually think. Okay, that's concerning. He sounds like me 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I had a breakdown. Didn't leave my trailer for 3 months. Dave had to bring me food and make sure I was still alive. My family stopped talking to me completely, said I was too far gone. Maybe I should warn Anon about burning out. But then again, maybe he needs to learn the hard way. A few months later, Anon posts that he's being evicted, lost his job, family won't help him. I feel bad, genuinely bad. This kid is suffering. The system is trying to silence me by making me homeless. This is how they operate. I offer to let him stay with me if he can get to Nevada. I have a spare room in my trailer. It's messy, but it's something. He can't afford the trip, ends up moving back with his parents. I try to stay in touch, but he's posting less and less. Then one day he makes a post about going to therapy. My heart sinks. Therapy is how they reprogram you, how they make you compliant. You going soft on us? Don't let them brainwash you with therapy. I'm just taking care of some personal stuff. I'll be back. But I know he won't be. I've seen this before. People get to the edge of real truth and then get scared and run back to the comfortable lies. His posts become less frequent, less intense. He's talking about getting a job, eating better, sleeping regularly, all the things that distract you from the real work. I want to be happy for him, but I'm mostly disappointed. I thought he was different, thought he could handle the truth. 3 months after his last regular post, he makes a farewell message. I need to step away from this community for my mental health. I appreciate everything I've learned here, but I need to focus on rebuilding my life. Some members are supportive, others call him a traitor. I message him privately. I understand, man. This lifestyle isn't for everyone. Good luck out there. Thanks, and hey, maybe take care of yourself too. I'm fine, I have purpose. He logs out and never comes back. I stare at our message history, hundreds of conversations over months. I genuinely thought I was helping him, waking him up, saving his life, but maybe I just made everything worse. Dave comes over that evening with groceries. You look upset, what's wrong? Lost a friend today. He gave up on the truth. Dave sets down the bags, looks at me with those tired old eyes. Or maybe he found a different truth, one that doesn't make him miserable. You don't understand, Dave. What we do is important. Marcus, when's the last time you were happy? And I mean genuinely happy, not just satisfied that you exposed something. I can't remember, maybe years ago. That's what I thought. You're so busy fighting invisible enemies that you forgot how to live. They're not invisible, they're very real. Maybe, but are you actually fighting them or just making yourself sick? Dave leaves. I'm alone with my thoughts. I think about Anon, how excited he was when he first joined the forum. How quickly that excitement turned to paranoia and fear. Did I do that to him? I look around my trailer. Papers everywhere, empty energy drink cans, haven't cleaned in weeks. When did my life become this? I had dreams once, wanted to be a software engineer, maybe start my own company. Now I'm 31 living in a trailer moderating a conspiracy forum. My family won't talk to me. I have no real friends except a 67-year-old neighbor who pities me. Is this purpose, or is this just existence? I open my laptop, the Awakened Ones forum loads. Hundreds of posts about various conspiracies, patterns, connections. Some of it is genuine research, but a lot of it is just fear and speculation. I created this space, I moderate it, I encourage this behavior. Am I helping people wake up, or am I just spreading paranoia? Anon's last message haunts me. Maybe take care of yourself too? When's the last time I took care of myself? I eat garbage, don't exercise, barely sleep. My only human interaction is online. This is not purpose. This is slow self-destruction disguised as activism. I think about all the people I've awakened over the years. How many of them ended up like Anon, losing jobs and relationships? How many are better off for knowing these things? I start scrolling through old conversations with forum members. Most of them are miserable, angry, isolated, just like me. We've built a community around fear and suspicion. Is this really making the world better, or are we just making ourselves sick? I close my laptop, lie down on my unmade bed, stare at the ceiling of my trailer, water stains forming patterns that mean nothing. For years I've been seeing patterns everywhere, connections that might not exist. What if I'm wrong about everything? What if I wasted my entire adult life chasing shadows? The thought is terrifying, more terrifying than any conspiracy. Because if I'm wrong, then I destroyed my life for nothing, dropped out of college for nothing, alienated my family for nothing, isolated myself for nothing. I can't be wrong. I can't be. Because if I am, then what do I have? So I get up, open my laptop, and continue moderating. Approve posts, remove spam, engage with members who need guidance. This is my purpose. This is what I do. I can't stop now. I'm too far in. Weeks pass, the forum continues, new members join, old members leave. I think about Anon sometimes, wonder how he's doing. Occasionally check if his account has come back online, it never does. I tell myself he gave up, went back to sleep, couldn't handle the truth. But deep down I wonder if he just found a healthier way to live. Dave brings groceries again, notices I look even worse than usual. Marcus, I'm worried about you. You're wasting away. I'm fine, just been busy with important work. What work? Sitting in front of computers telling people to be afraid? It's more complicated than that. Is it though? Seems pretty simple to me. You're choosing fear over life. I'm choosing truth over comfortable lies. Dave sits down heavily. He looks old today. I'm 67 years old. I've seen a lot of things, lived through a lot of history. And I learned that life is too short to spend it angry and afraid, even if the things you're angry and afraid of are real. So I should just ignore injustice and corruption? No, but you don't have to destroy yourself fighting it. There's a balance you're missing. I don't want to hear this. Tell him I have work to do. He leaves. I feel guilty, but I push it down. Can't afford to feel guilty. Guilt means doubt. Doubt means questioning everything. More months pass. I turn 32 in my trailer alone. No celebration, no cake, just another day moderating and researching. The forum has grown to over 50,000 members now. I should feel accomplished. Instead, I feel empty. I watch my YouTube subscribers slowly grow, read comments from people thanking me for opening their eyes. You saved my life. I was blind before I found your channel. Saved their life or ruined it like I ruined Anon's. I don't know anymore. The lines are blurry. One night, I'm particularly depressed, drinking cheap vodka alone. I do something I haven't done in years. I look up my old college friends on social media. They have careers, families, lives. One of them is a senior software engineer at Google, married, 2 kids. That could have been me if I hadn't dropped out. Another is a college professor teaching computer science, looks happy. I'm in a trailer at 32 with no prospects, no relationships, no future outside this forum. The vodka makes me emotional. I start crying. I've wasted my life, absolutely wasted it. I could have had a career, a family, normal friendships. Instead, I have a conspiracy forum and a YouTube channel that barely pays for food. I think about messaging Anon's account just to see if he'll respond. Type out several messages and delete them all. What would I even say? Hey, sorry I helped destroy your life by feeding your paranoia? Finally, I just write, hope you're doing okay. I think about you sometimes. Send it, knowing he probably won't even see it since he deleted his account. Fall asleep drunk at my desk, wake up with a massive headache. Back to the routine, moderate the forum, make videos, engage with the community. This is my life now. This is all I have. A post pops up on the forum from a new member. Just discovered corporate fraud at my job. What should I do? My first instinct is to DM them, warn them about the dangers, pull them into the community. My hand hovers over the keyboard. I think about Anon, how eager he was, how quickly it consumed him. I think about my own life, wasted in service of truth. For the first time in years, I don't send the DM. Instead, I just respond publicly with document everything and contact appropriate authorities. Be safe. No scaremongering, no paranoia, just practical advice. Another moderator messages me. Dude, that's not like you. Usually you'd be all over a potential recruit like that. Maybe I'm tired of recruiting people into misery. What's that supposed to mean? I don't respond, log off the forum, sit in my trailer, really look at my life. This isn't purpose, this isn't meaningful, this is just fear masquerading as activism. I've helped create a community of paranoid, isolated, unhappy people. We tell ourselves we're awake while the rest are asleep, but maybe we're just trapped in a different kind of sleep. A nightmare where everything is scary and nothing is safe. Dave knocks on my door. I actually answer this time. I need help. I think I made a huge mistake with my life. He doesn't say I told you so, just nods and sits down. What kind of help? I don't know. I just know I can't keep living like this. That's a start, admitting you have a problem. We talk for hours. He shares his own story. Turns out Dave was in a cult in the 70s, spent 5 years completely isolated from society. I thought I had found truth and enlightenment. Turned out I just found a bunch of scared people telling each other comforting lies. How did you get out? I got sick, really sick, ended up in a hospital. The cult leaders didn't visit, didn't care. My sister came, she'd been trying to reach me for years, and I realized I'd wasted so much time. His story hits hard, sounds familiar. Do you regret those years? Every single day. But I learned from them, that's what matters now. Dave helps me clean my trailer. We throw away years of accumulated garbage. Papers, printouts, empty cans, all of it goes. You don't need to keep all this. You can look it up online if you ever need it. He's right. I've been hoarding information like it'll disappear if I don't physically keep it. We clean for 6 hours. By the end, my trailer almost looks livable. Now, when's the last time you saw a doctor? I don't trust doctors. They're part of the pharmaceutical industrial complex. Dave gives me a look. Marcus, you're on disability for mental health issues. Clearly doctors have helped you before. Another good point. My paranoia has made me illogical. I'll make you an appointment with my doctor. He's good, no nonsense. You need a checkup. I reluctantly agree. Doctor visit happens. I'm severely vitamin D deficient, borderline malnourished. My blood pressure is concerning. When's the last time you went outside for more than a few minutes? I don't know, months maybe? That explains the vitamin D. You need sunlight and better nutrition. He prescribes supplements, suggests I start taking daily walks. Even just 20 minutes a day will make a huge difference in your mental health. I commit to trying. What do I have to lose? Start taking walks around the trailer park every morning. At first it's awful. I feel exposed, vulnerable, like everyone's watching. But after a week it gets easier, even kind of nice. I see neighbors, they wave, some stop to chat. They're just normal people living normal lives, not sheep or NPCs, just people. One woman, maybe 40s, introduces herself as Patricia. You're Marcus, right? Dave talks about you, said you're going through a rough patch. Yeah, trying to get my life together. Good for you, that takes courage. If you ever need anything, I'm in trailer 47. Small act of kindness, but it means something. I start reducing my time on the awakened ones, just moderate for an hour a day instead of 12. Other moderators notice. Dude, where have you been? The forum is getting overrun with spam. Sorry, dealing with personal health issues, I'll train some new mods to help. Promote 3 trusted members to moderator status, delegate responsibilities. It's weird not being constantly plugged into the forum, but also freeing. I have time for other things now. I start doing freelance web design again. Just small projects for local businesses. My skills are rusty, but still functional. Make $500 in the first month. It's not much, but it's honest work that doesn't require spreading fear. Dave notices the changes, says I look healthier. You got some color back in your face. The walks are helping. Yeah, I actually feel better, clearer somehow. That's what happens when you stop drowning in conspiracy theories 24/7. I still believe in some of the conspiracies, still think there's real corruption and evil, but I'm not consumed by it anymore. It doesn't define my entire existence. 3 months into my recovery, I get a notification. Someone replied to a message I sent months ago. It's Anon's account, must have been reactivated. Hey Marcus, thanks for checking in. I'm doing much better. Got my life back on track. Hope you're well too. I stare at the message, feel relieved. He made it out. He's okay. I didn't completely destroy his life. I type back, that's great, man. Genuinely happy for you. I'm working on getting better too. Your advice about taking care of myself stuck with me. He responds quickly. Proud of you for recognizing you needed help. That's the hardest part. Stay strong. We exchange a few more messages, nothing deep, just checking in. He tells me about his therapy, his job, his improving relationships with family. I tell him about my walks, my web design work, my reduced forum time. Sounds like we both found our way out of the rabbit hole. Yeah, turns out there's life outside the conspiracies. Who knew? We laugh. It feels good to laugh about it. For what it's worth, I don't blame you for anything. I made my own choices. I still feel responsible. I was supposed to be the experienced one. Should have warned you about burnout. We were both lost. We found different ways out. That's what matters. Conversation ends on a positive note. I feel closure. 6 months into recovery, I make a video for my YouTube channel. It's different from my usual content. No conspiracies or fear. Just me talking about mental health, burnout, the importance of balance. I spent over a decade consumed by conspiracy theories. It cost me relationships, education, opportunities. I'm not saying conspiracies aren't real. Some definitely are. But sacrificing your well-being to expose them isn't heroic. It's self-destructive. If you're watching this and you're in deep, if you're isolated and afraid, please consider taking a step back. The truth will still be there tomorrow, but you only get one life, one body, one chance at happiness. Don't waste it like I did. Learn from my mistakes. Post the video. Expect backlash from my community. Comments are mixed. Some are angry. You've gone soft. You've been compromised. But others are grateful. Thank you for this. I needed to hear it. I've been spiraling lately. This video might have saved my life. I was on the verge of losing everything. Those comments make it worthwhile. My subscriber count drops by 2,000, but the remaining 13,000 seem more engaged, more balanced. I start making different content, still researching corruption, but with a focus on solutions and mental health. How to be politically aware without destroying your mental health. Recognizing when activism becomes self-harm. Building community without building echo chambers. It's not as popular as my conspiracy content, but it feels more meaningful. The Awakened Ones forum continues without my constant presence. Other moderators have taken over. It's fine, they're handling it. I check in occasionally, make sure nothing too extreme is being posted, but it's not my whole identity anymore. Patricia from Trailer 47 invites me to a neighborhood barbecue. I almost say no, social anxiety kicking in, but force myself to go. Meet normal people, have normal conversations about weather and sports and local news. It's weird, but also kind of wonderful. Someone asked what I do for work. Web design mostly, and I run a forum about political awareness. I don't say conspiracy forum, trying to rebrand myself even in my own head. That sounds interesting. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. We exchange numbers, potential new friend. Dave sees me at the barbecue, smiles wide. Look at you, socializing. I'm so proud. Thanks for not giving up on me. I'd probably be dead in that trailer if not for you. Nah, you're stronger than you think. You just needed a little push. 1 year after starting my recovery, I enroll in online classes. Finishing my computer science degree, might as well complete what I started. It's hard balancing work, classes, and maintaining my mental health. But it's productive hard, not destructive hard. I'm building something instead of just tearing things down. Get an email from a forum member. Deep State, your recent content change saved my marriage. My wife was going to leave me because I was so consumed with conspiracies. Thank you for showing that there's another way. I'm getting help now, too. I reply, that's amazing. I'm glad you're getting help. You deserve happiness. These messages make everything worthwhile. Maybe I can't undo the damage I did to people like Anon in the early days, but I can help prevent others from going down the same path. I can use my platform for good instead of just spreading fear. My family still doesn't talk to me. That bridge might be permanently burned. But I've built new connections, healthier ones based on mutual support instead of shared paranoia. I think about who I was a year ago, isolated, miserable, wasting away. Compare it to who I am now, still struggling but trying, improving, living. It's not a perfect recovery. Some days I still fall into old patterns, spend too much time on the forum, start seeing conspiracies everywhere, feel the anxiety rising. But now I can recognize it and pull back before it consumes me. I have tools, coping mechanisms, people who care about my well-being. Dave, Patricia, my online classmates, even some forum members who are also working on balance. We've created a small support group within the Awakened Ones for members trying to recover from conspiracy addiction. It's controversial. Some call us traitors, but others are grateful. I thought I was the only one who felt consumed by this. Thank you for creating this space. We share strategies for maintaining awareness without losing our minds. Limiting screen time, diversifying information sources, maintaining real-world relationships. It's like AA, but for conspiracy theorists. Hi, I'm Marcus, and I'm addicted to pattern recognition. 2 years into recovery, I graduate with my degree. It took 13 years total because I dropped out for a decade, but I finished. Dave comes to my online graduation ceremony, watches me receive my digital diploma. Your parents would be proud if they could see you now. Maybe someday I'll reach out to them, try to rebuild that relationship. But for now, I'm focusing on maintaining the progress I've made. I get a job offer from a small tech company, entry level, but it's a start. Accept it immediately, give notice on my web design clients, keeping the YouTube channel and forum moderator role, but as side projects, not my entire life. First day at the new job, I'm nervous. What if my coworkers find my YouTube channel and think I'm crazy? What if I can't handle normal work after years of isolation? But it goes well. My coworkers are nice. The work is engaging. Nobody asks about my 10-year gap in employment. They just care that I can do the job. A few months into the job, I'm eating lunch with some coworkers. Conversation turns to politics. I feel that old urge to start red-pilling them. But I resist. Just listen. Offer balanced perspectives without going full conspiracy mode. Yeah, there's definitely corruption in politics, but focusing on it 24/7 isn't healthy for anyone. They nod, agree, conversation moves on. I did it. I participated in a political conversation without spiraling. Small victory, but it feels huge. That night I messaged Anon. We've kept in loose contact. Had a normal political conversation at work today without losing my mind. Progress. That's amazing. Those little victories add up. Proud of you. How are you doing? Really good, actually. Might be getting promoted soon. Also started dating someone. I'm genuinely happy for him. That's great, man. You deserve all the good things. We chat for a bit, catch up on life. It's easy and natural. No conspiracy talk, just two people who went through something difficult and came out the other side. I look at my trailer. Still not perfect, but livable. Mine. I have a job, education, friends, hobbies beyond conspiracy theories. I'm not rich, not famous, not changing the world. But I'm alive in a way I wasn't before. I'm not just existing in fear, I'm actually living. Dave was right. Life is too short to spend it angry and afraid. Even if there are real conspiracies, real corruption, real evil in the world, I can acknowledge that without letting it destroy my mental health and relationships. I can be aware without being consumed. I can seek truth without sacrificing everything else. That's the balance I was missing for over a decade. I open my laptop, the Awakened Ones forum loads. Hundreds of posts, thousands of members, the community continues. But it doesn't define me anymore. It's just one small part of my life. I log off, close the laptop, go outside for my evening walk. Sun is setting over the trailer park. It's actually quite beautiful. Patricia waves from her porch. I wave back. Dave is watering his plants, gives me a thumbs up. I'm part of a real community now, not just a digital one built on shared fear. This is what I was missing all those years. Connection, purpose, balance, life. I spent over a decade thinking I was awake while everyone else was asleep. Turns out I was trapped in a different kind of nightmare. But I'm awake now, really awake, living in reality instead of just conspiracy theories. It's messy and imperfect and sometimes scary, but it's real, and that makes all the difference. My face when I spent over a decade helping people fall into conspiracy theory rabbit holes, because I thought I was saving them from the Matrix, when really I was just spreading the same paranoia that destroyed my own life. until one person I tried to help asked me to take care of myself. And that simple question made me realize I had become the thing I thought I was fighting against. That feeling when you finally climb out of the conspiracy theory hole you dug yourself into and realize that real life with all its mundane, boring normalcy is actually more fulfilling than spending every waking moment afraid of shadowy organizations that may or may not be real.